All right, there we go. We have solve for x, or these are equations, all of them. There's the first one. That one, it's easy, is it?
Yeah,
Am I
it's
right?
easy.
So it's already factorized. So the first x is already in brackets. So we can simply say x equals to 0, or we take the next bracket, we say 7 minus x is also equals to 0. Then I'll push x to the other side, but I'll write x first. That means x equals to 7. So your answer is that one or that one. Straightforward, right?
Yes.
All right, good. Next question. Next question. Always the first question, use the factorization. Second, it's always quadratic. So there we go, quadratic. First, we want it in standard form. It's already fine. A is 3, B minus 2, C negative 6. So we can now give them the formula, but let's just, you know the formula already off by heart. Am I right?
Yes.
It's negative B, so it's going to be negative into the B we figure out is a negative 2. So I'm going to put negative 2. Then it says plus or minus. It has to be the square root of something. All right. It's going to be the square root of B squared. Like we said, B is negative 2. And then minus 4A. The A we can tell is 3. And then times by the C, which is a negative 6. Close the parenthesis. And everything must be divided by 2A. So it's going to be 2 into the A, which we know is actually 3. So we're going to have x equals 2, or always 2 decimal places for you guys, or equals to. We used to do 3 decimal. I love 3 here. They said 2 decimal. So let's start with a positive. So there's a division. So I've got negative, open the parentheses into negative 2. Did I put a 2? No, I did not. So 2, close the parentheses, starting with the plus, then square root, open the bracket, we got negative 2, close the bracket, we square that, minus the 4 into A, which is 3, close the bracket, open the bracket, into negative 6, close the bracket, all over the 2 into the 3, which we know it's already 6. And there's a first answer. Let's change that. 2 decimal places. So the first one will be 1.79. That's a first answer. Second one, all we need to do is just to go back in time, and we want to go change that positive to be a minus. So I'm going to backspace it, then put a negative, press equal sign. There's the answer. So the other one is negative 1.11. 2 decimal places, 2. Those are the 2 answers. We don't have a problem with this one. We good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, fine. So now I'm going to go, because there is exponents. There are the exponents there. All right, so they said equation, meaning all of this, because the exponents will be included, even they'll be simultaneous. All right, so the next one that we're dealing with this one here, which is inequalities. Now, if I were to come to that sign of inequality, let's say I was to put an equal sign, then you'll say, wait a minute, this is like already factorized. I'm like, yes, it is. But then I say, when you factorize, normally you want to put x first in the brackets, x minus 3 or minus x plus 3. I want to change that first, because that's what I love to do. Or you can simply you can simply do the what are you using, you guys? Are you using the graph, the parabola?
Yeah, the parabola.
Okay, in my case, I was gonna do this. I was gonna swap this thing around. So I'm gonna say it's a negative x and then plus a 3. And then the other one, it's gonna swap it. I'm gonna have x plus 7, but I don't need to. So I only swapped, I never changed the sign. Then I only swapped. It's like saying 3 plus 4. Oh, okay, minus 3 plus 4. I just put the 4 first. The minus 3 comes after. So it's basically like positive 4 minus 3. I just swapped them. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's like saying A plus B, and then you're like, well, why can't I write B plus A? I said, fine, you're still fine. It's the same thing. I just rearrange the order. Because you know, in the bracket, you love to do this, to have x first, to write x first. You know that. And then you've got some number there. All right. If you don't want to do that, no problem. Let me show you if you don't want to do that, because I was going to do this and show you a quicker method. You don't even need to use a number line. So, all right, let's take you for your case. In your case, without without swapping all of that. All right, so in your case, you'll write 3 minus x, and then you'll have a 7 plus the x, and then you'll have less than the 0. So first, you'll solve this like how we did the first one. That's why you're going to call that critical values. You'll say CV. So in other words, you are coming in with your beautiful pencil. With a pencil, you say, let me solve that. So you roughly write 3 minus x equals to 0. And when you transpose x, you find out x equals to 3. Then you'll be like, the first value there, I'm having x equals to 3. That's the first one. But normally, you'll just write that critical value. You just write it as 3. You can put semicolon there. It doesn't matter. But you guys, I know they allow you to just write x equals to 3, to write exactly that. And then you come back, you do the next one. And he said, how about this one? He said, well, that one is pretty easy. 7 plus x equals to 0. So I'm just going to move the 7 over. So you now have 7 equals to x equals to negative 7. And then you say, okay, another one is going to be x equals to negative 7. There we go. Now, you guys, because you're dealing the parabola. So when you're doing the parabola, you normally draw a straight line. It's actually your x-axis, that one, the one that I'm drawing in red. But they won't tell you, but I'm going to. And I'm going to say, okay, this is a number line. In the number line, negative numbers comes first. So you're going to put a negative 7 here first. And then you're going to put a 3 later, because the parabola is going to intercept. How do we know it's a parabola? Because we know it's a parabola because when you multiply that x with that x, you're going to have an x squared. But here's the problem. That's a negative x times positive x. So it's a minus. That means you're dealing with the sad face. That's what you needed to know. But you guys, because normally they start with x, it's always a smiley face. So in this case, your parabola looks down. So which means it's going to go up, comes down like that. That's how it's going to be. And then you read the sign. The sign says less than. All right. So in other words, less than means below, under. Where the parabola is below the red line. Where is it below the red line? I'm going to indicate by drawing that with blue line. So it will be this blue line there, and also that blue line there. Now, because there was no equal sign in the inequality, we normally say make it an open circle. That is open there, that is open. So that means the blue line, this one, it's shifting more to the left. So with an arrow, the black one, the answer is in that direction. The other one is in that direction. So that means you can now write x is, you see, it's a less than. So it's less than negative 7, or you'll write the next one. X is, that arrow is pointing to the right, greater than 3. That's your solution. All right, so let me stick with this one. I was going to give you a shortcut, but we'll do that later. I hope you got it as well, this one, didn't you?
Yeah.
You sure it makes sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, because I just want to solve it how you guys were taught. All right, so now we're coming into the it's actually the next one. Okay, we're coming into the next one here, which is going to be slightly different. This is exponents here.